Hello Stampers, Kelly Acheson at stampabove.com coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin. Today on the Santa's Little Elves design team, I have the cutest little box to share with you. This box can be used for a variety of different ideas. Right now I've just got some candy in it. The top lifts off of it. This is a clear acetate so you can see what's inside of it. Let's get started and I'll show you how to make one of your own. So here's what we're going to need for our cardstock layers. I've got a piece of old olive that's 4 3/8 by 1/2 inch, a scrap of Whisper White, and then a piece of our Be Merry Designer Series paper. This is 4 3/8 inch wide by 5 inches long, and you're going to score it on the long end here, long end up against your paper score, at 3 3 5/8. So I'm just going to get a good crisp fold there with my bone folder and burnish these edges. And just in case you haven't seen this paper, it is beautiful. I'm sorry, this is called Merry Little Christmas. I don't know if I said that. I might have said Be Merry. This is Merry Little Christmas. It's found on page 12 in the Holiday Mini Catalog. And it's basically black, white, and old olive. And there's just some great patterns in here. And we're using this one for our project. I love, love, love this green plaid too. So it's a great pack of 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. And then next I'm going to bring in our acetate boxes. You get 10 of these in a pack for $6.50. So this is a really, really good deal. We're going to leave our acetate box folded, and I'm going to bring in my paper cutter. And we're going to take this acetate box and we're just going to cut it in half. So I've got my flaps on each end here, and the actual box itself is 5 3/4. I'm going to cut this, the actual box itself, at about 2 7/8. So right from the score line of the flap, got that at 2 7/8. And you're just going to use your paper trimmer. This might not cut all the way through, but it is going to score your box good. And you can just kind of keep going back and forth here. And then you should be able to snap it in half. If yours doesn't snap in half, hey, grab some scissors and make it happen. I've got an old pair of my ribbon scissors here, and I'm just going to help it along a little bit here. I just got a few little stragglers that are trying to hang on. There we go. So we've got a half for each box. If you get any little pieces like this sticking up, just trim it up with your scissors. This box isn't rocket science. We're not going to be doing anything with it that needs it to be precisely 2 7/8 inches. So now I'm going to set one of the box's ends aside, and I'm going to bring in the other one. And now all you do is fold on the score lines, and we're going to put our box together. These go together really easy, even when you don't cut them in half. Okay, here's our box. Now this little piece slides right into our box and closes just like that. So how are we going to keep this closed? Oh, and I noticed one other thing that I just did. You see my tab for my box right here in the front? I don't like that on the front of my project, so I'm going to turn that over and make sure it's in the back. Okay, so I'm going to show you in just a second how to do this, but we have a little bit of stamping to do. So I'm going to bring in my 1/2 inch by 4 3/8 inch old olive piece. I've got Memento ink here and the little tiny Merry Christmas. And I'm just going to stamp that on here 4 times. And I'm just doing it on each end so I can kind of center it. So without sticking my head in the camera, this looks kind of crooked. And through the magic of TV, I knew it would be a lot of pressure to do that. Look at all the black ink. My goodness, I am a mess. I just had a little snafu with a black ink pad, and I thought I got myself all cleaned up. I'm so sorry that you have to look at my trashy fingers. Okay, so we've got our little Merry Christmas here. Oh, I think this one looks better. We're going to go with that. Close up that ink pad before I have a disaster. Now, before we put anything together here, meaning our box, I'm just going to take a little bit of my liquid glue. You can also use Fast Fuse or snail adhesive for this part. And I'm going to glue it right to the front tab. And I'm going to leave just a little bit of a border of my Designer Series paper sticking out here. Now we can put it in our box. And how are we going to hold this together? Well, the magic of Velcro dots. I love these because the back is already sticky on them. They come in long strips. So you have the fuzzy part and you have the kind of bristly part. It's probably, oh my goodness, look at, I cut a piece out of that one. Looks like a Pac-Man. It's still usable. I'm not going to worry about it too much. But I'm going to center this right on that front tab. Make sure that my Designer Series paper is all the way down in my box and everything looks good. And now I'm just going to press it here. And see, I'm kind of squishing it so I can make that stick good. And there we go. Little adhesive or a little Velcro closure on there. All right, so now for the really fun part. I am using the Seasonal Chums stamp set, and make sure you stick around to the end because I have another project I made along these same lines, just using the deer instead of the snowman, and it is stinking adorable. The Seasonal Chums stamp set also has a set of matching framelits called seasonal tags, and in there you've got something to cut out each one of these images. There's a whole bunch more stuff in here that I love. We've got this little Christmas tree, a little leaf for fall, this adorable little spider web, a bat and 2 snowflakes, and then this tag with a hole that'll get die cut in it so you can attach it to things that are super, super cute. So I've got my snowman framelit here. I've got my snowman stamp, and all I need is the front of this. This was really meant to be tagged, so you can fold it in half. There's a little hole in it, and you can hang it up, hang it from your Christmas tree, or you can hang it on a present as a gift tag. They're just adorable. I only need the snowman front, so I'm going to stamp that. See, this is why I have to put stuff away. And we're going to give this just a little bit to dry. And while that's drying, I'm going to die cut my snowman in the big shot. And this fits perfectly over your snowman or any of your images in this set. And it's super easy to line up too. I really like that about this particular bundle. I'll be right back. And here comes our little snowman. It pops right out of there. Isn't that adorable? Okay, so like I said, this is meant to fold directly in half. There's also a to and a from in here that you can stamp on the inside of your little tag and then put a string right through this hole and hang it on your packages or decorate a little Christmas tree or whatever you'd like to do with it, or decorate a little box like we're gonna do. Now, the instructions for this project, which can be found on my blog right here. It's going to be posted on November 24th, so that'll be easy for you to find. Back when this was first made, we did not have our Stampin' Blends, so markers were used. Now I'm going to use Stampin' Blends, except for the black marker, because I don't have that one in a Stampin' Blend, and I'm just going to color in my little snowman. And snowmen are super easy to color in because so much of them are white, right? So you usually don't have a lot to color on a snowman, and that makes them super easy. But Stampin' Blends can be used just like markers, and because I have them and I love them, oh my gosh, you guys, these are the bomb, I am going to use them. You have a thick end and a thin end on each marker. Color in my cute little bunny, and I think I'm going to leave my bunny's tail white. And then I've got Old Olive here. By the way, that was light crumb cake, and now I'm using Old Olive. And this is the lighter of the two markers. They come in light and dark. And I'm just going to keep coloring. I'm going to speed up my camera because this might be horribly boring for you. Okay, I got to slow it down here. I just went out of the lines. This is a color lifter, and if you do this right away, look at that. It took away where I went out of the lines. It's like a magic eraser, and it might look a little darker at first. Don't panic. It will, as it dries, you won't see it anymore. But this thing is amazing, and the one tip that I have is you need to use this right away. So like I stopped coloring and used this right away while things are still wet because these are alcohol markers. But this thing is like magic, and there's nothing left on it. There's like no color. You don't have to do this to clean it off. I don't know. I don't understand how it works, and I guess I really don't care. It works, and it's the coolest thing ever. So that can fix a lot of little problems, right? Oh, and the holly leaves, don't forget those. And then I'm using cherry cobbler, and this is the dark cherry cobbler. You may like to use the smaller end for some of the small stuff, but I'm just so used to using, you know, big writing markers to color with that I can do pretty well with them. But until you get used to them, I would suggest using the smaller coloring end for these little tiny areas like I'm doing. And we'll see, I may have to eat my words here. Yep, just like that, right? Eating words right now. I had a can of Pepsi when I got done with work today, and it's making me really kind of shaky. And I haven't had a can of Pepsi for, I don't know, a week or two, maybe a week. So, oh look, that did turn that red. I lied. Here comes the rest. As this dries, it'll be just fine. It's just the coolest thing ever. And I think we're done. All right, now you're going to cut this apart because we only need the front of our snowman, and I'm just going to snip it just like that. And there we go. It's our cute little snowman. Here's our adorable little box. I'm going to use a dimensional, and I'm going to stick it right to the front of my box here. And I'm going to add my little snowman just like that. He's so cute. And then I have an entire box of bows here. These are awesome. These are called Season of Glitz mini bows. You get 45 of them for $6. White, green, and cherry cobbler or red color. And I'm going to use a red bow on this one because it's just gonna make it pop for me. Sometimes you might have to kind of stick your scissors in there to get the backing off, but these are just like bows you buy in the store for your presents. And I'm going to put that right there. And now what am I going to put in my little box? Well, oh, one more thing. That cute little Christmas tree that's in the set of framelits, it's right here. I cut one out because I wanted to see what it looked like. And I think that's just adorable. And I might just glue that underneath my snowman. Something a little extra. By the way, you'll find all the products that I've used in the description under my YouTube video if you're on YouTube, or you can go to my blog. You'll find all of these products available for you to click on and purchase if you'd like to. Super, super cute. Okay, what are we doing with this? We are going to maybe Ghirardelli's. What do you think? These fit perfectly inside this box, and I've got 4 of them here. And I'm just going to stack 2 and 2. This fills it up nicely. You could also, if you only wanted to give a couple pieces, you could put some shred in the background. Isn't that cute? Love it. Okay, what else can we put in here? This box is pretty neat. It holds quite a bit. If you don't like the fact that this will come right out of here, you could put some mini glue dots in there and stick it down on the back. That would be, you know, a great idea. Here I've got a pack of gum. I can do a pack of gum, and I can do, I have this left over from Halloween. I know, right? I'm really impressed with myself too, because I can't even believe this is still here. Funny story, my husband bought Halloween candy like 2 weeks before Halloween, and he came home, he was so proud of himself. He said, I bought Halloween candy, and I looked at him, I said, oh, that's great, as I was going, oh my gosh, you know nothing about Halloween candy. You can't buy it till like a day or two before Halloween, because guess what happened? We ate all of it, So that could explain my little weight gain. Yeah, I need to work on that. But yeah, not right now. We're into the holidays. This is not a good time. Okay, so that's kind of a cool little treat. You could also maybe put a gift card in here with some candy. And then I just happen to have some of these peppermint patties laying around. So I just grabbed 3 of them, but you could fill it up with peppermint patties. And that's what we have in the project that's shown on my blog. Isn't that cute? I mean, I would put more in there, obviously. This is a great little gift, a stocking stuffer, a great gift for a coworker if you have Secret Santa at work, or just something fun to give to your friends and family. All right, I'm going to tuck these back in here because I really think I like the Ghirardellis. And close this up. I'm going to set this aside, and then I have to show you the other box that I made with Rudolph on it. I used the plaid background paper and still the black Designer Series paper on the other side from the Merry Little Christmas set and a red bow. And guess what I'm going to put in here? Hello, Red Hots. And what are these going to be? These are reindeer noses. Yeah. Right? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Yeah. I knew you guys knew what I was talking about. I'm just going to fill that up. I'm going to eat some. I love Red Hots. Okay. Ha! Isn't that cute? Love it. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me for this video today. I really appreciate that you take time out of your busy day to watch me fool around with paper and ink. I love it. Remember, if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to earn your business. Pop me an email at kelly@astampabove.com. I'd be happy to mail you our current catalogs. You want to get on my customer list because we have brand new catalog coming out in January, and also celebration starts. The happiest time of the year. And again, this is the seasonal chums and the seasonal tags framelit dies. Great for Christmas and Halloween. I love that you've got a couple different holidays in here. And then the snowman is winter. So Christmas, Halloween, and winter. Boom. Excellent. Snowflakes, these are really pretty too. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday weekend. I am going to be up at my mom's house for the holiday weekend, so I'm looking forward to playing with some of my pre-order products. They just came in yesterday. I can't hardly contain myself. Make sure you're clicking down here to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You don't want to miss anything coming up. Stampin' Blends, alcohol markers. If you hop on over to my blog, I will have a link to the brochure so you can see what's going on with these. You can get them in a combo pack, or meaning both colors, the light and the dark, or you can order them individually. You can order the whole set all together. Fabulous, fabulous markers that you'll be able to use for a very, very long time. Wishing you a wonderful weekend. Thanks again. Bye-bye.